OBS crashed. Okay, now, so here's how we're gonna approach this. We are going to react to could Katie actually become champion before we begin. Because
please stay more than 2 seconds.
TB.
Welcome to the stream.
TB.
Hi.
Hi. So, what we are going to do is react to could Katie actually become champion right away, because the next one, could Tulip become champion, is coming up in 2 hours.
This is Katie, the Bug-type gym leader in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. She's often the first gym leader that most trainers face, and is actively nerfed by Geeta because of her role. So of course, I will take this turbo nerf Bug-type team, add some extra nerf just to make it even more of a challenge, and then play through the whole game as Katie. Why? Because I want to see if she could become champion. And I plan to do the same for all of the gym leaders in Scarlet and Violet, so if you enjoy the concept, do check out the full playlist linked in the description. Before setting out on this journey, I need to get myself the team that Katie uses for the gym challenge. First is Nimble, who spawns right outside of Cartondo. Then we have Tarantula. We see a lot of these round boys hanging around the first route of the game. Also, they evolve at level 14, so say hello to Spidops. And of course, we can't forget her signature Teddiursa, which can terrestrialize into a bug-type Pokemon and has an egg move it could only learn from Zangoose or Sandslash. And while this does complete the team Katie uses, I also had to catch one more Pokemon before setting off, Kricketot. Now Katie does not have a Kricketot, but I'm bringing it along because she needs a level 42 Kricketune to teach the move Night Slash to her Heracross later on. So even though I won't be using this Pokemon in any of my battles, it'll still get to join me in the party so it can reach that higher level over time. I just don't want to grind later on, okay? And now that we've ran around and collected a bunch of Pokemon, it's time to kick off the challenge by battling Brassius. This should be an easy fight since bug types deal double damage to grass. However, his final Pokemon knows a rock type move, and those will squish our tiny little bugs. Thankfully, the AI in this video game is a little silly. So after using our Silk Trap move to lower Sudowoodo's speed, Brassius decided to spam Trail Blaze so that his Pokemon isn't so slow. Meanwhile, we chipped away at its health with our weak bug type moves. By the time he switched back to using Rock Throw, his Sudowoodo was in the red, so Teddiursa could easily finish it off in a single hit. Having gotten our first gym badge, it was time to evolve Nimble and go bump into a bunch of trees until one of them dropped a Pineco. For some reason, this took way longer than expected, but at least we got one more Pokemon for the team, and it is also the final Pokemon we'll get to use against the gyms. Now you might be thinking, doesn't Katie also get a Heracross? Yes, she does, but since I'll try my best not to overlevel during this run, I won't be able to catch a Heracross until after I've gotten all my 8 gym badges. These things just spawn at a really high level. So for the majority of the run, we'll just have to use these 4 for the gym battles, and the 2 of us for moral support. The next gym leader we got to battle was Iono, who leads with Wattrel, a part flying type Pokemon who can resist all of our bug type moves, and sweep through our team with its super effective Pluck attack. However, since Pluck is a physical move, we can use Lowkix's newly learned Lunge attack to lower the physical attack stat of our enemy, meaning our HP won't give a Pluck when we get attacked. Out next is Bellybolt, who also gets debuffed by our lunges, but can dish out enough damage thanks to its Electromorphosis ability. Pineco could finish it off and also soak up Luxio's Intimidate. Compared to Spidobs, this Pinecone doesn't have nearly enough defense or offense, so I figured if I have to fodder one of the two, it's gonna be the Pinecone. The other reason to not fodder Spidobs is due to its Silk Trap move, which is one of the many different Protect style signature moves. This one lowers the enemy's speed stat if they use a physical contact move, which Luxio does. So we alternate between protecting and attacking, and even though Luxio gets to knock us out, it has such a low speed stat by this point that even an EP little teddy bear would hit faster. That just leaves Miss Magius, who tried to confuse us, but we didn't let the intrusive thoughts win. The nice thing about Teddy Ursa's Fury Cutter attack is that it doubles in power every time it hits, and since we're attacking for a third turn in a row, the scrawny little ghost stood no chance. Things are looking pretty well for a little Baker friend, so I figured it's time to go take on a couple of Titans for easier movement, and then make our way towards Cascarafa for gym number 3. Unfortunately, Gym Leader Kofu was nowhere to be found.
That's old Kofu for you.
You've met him before?
Yes, of course. He used to be my culinary teacher. And even back then, he was always up to something. Sometimes he would get so caught in whatever he was doing that he wouldn't even show up for class.
So we probably shouldn't wait for him to come back then.
Right. Dough that's left to raise for too long is no good. It'll be better if we go look for him ourselves.
But Cascarafa is such a big city. Where do we even begin?
I think our best chance is to go to his restaurant, the Kofu Lounge.
We aren't gonna go in?
If you'd like a tasty snack, sure. But I just need to take a peek at the menu posted outside.
Are you sure we shouldn't check if he's inside though?
No need. If he was in there, he would have seen us by now and come out to greet me. Now let's see. Nothing too unusual here. Oh,
Found something?
wakame.
What, Ame?
Wakame. It's a special type of seaweed from the Hoenn region. It's the only ingredient I see on this menu that doesn't get shipped directly to the restaurant.
And you know where to find some, right?
Find? No. But I do know where the chef goes to buy it. He used to send me on errands there all the time. Porto Marinata.
It seems like Katie was right. Although when we got to the
I love
marketplace, it
Katie's
was really
voice.
packed, and there was even a bouncer making sure that only buyers worth their salt could get into the auction site. His Floatzel wasn't a big deal, but his little Clauncher rock type move, it was a little bit scary, but mostly a mild inconvenience. Anyways, after we won, Katie and Kofu talked for a bit and participated in the auction. Then we made our way back to Cascarafa for a gym battle and some snacks. His part Psychic Veluza was easy pickings for low kicks and its lunge attack, and the Wug Trio also nearly got one shot by a first attack. Then it got one shot for real by a random sandstorm that was blowing through during our battle. I really hope this doesn't count as cheating. I can't control the weather. Anyways, low kicks also got to do a lunge debuff on Kofu's Crabominable before getting crabbed hammered. Then we followed up with Spidobs and some Silk Trap shenanigans. Pineco and the Sandstorm got to do a lot more chip damage to the Coconut Crab, and then Teddy Ursa came out for dessert, using 2 Fury Cutters to finish off the fight, although we were barely hanging on there at the end. To sweeten up the victory, we decided to finally evolve Pineco and Teddy Ursa, then went on a culinary tour of Medali. Okay, it was more of a culinary tour, although I did get to enjoy some rice balls from an ice cream stand. Then we placed our secret order and got the battle Larry. Knowing how strong his Komala is, we decided to use Lunge to debuff it. Meanwhile, it used Yawn, which will put us to sleep after our next turn. Then we went for a second lunge and passed out. Meanwhile, Larry kept missing every single turn. To be fair, Slam has a 75% accuracy, which feels like 5% accuracy in these games. So we got to wake up from our power nap and finish off the Komala with our HP completely untouched.
Finally,
Sparse is
the
another
enemy.
powerhouse of a Pokemon, so
Finally,
we also
we
lunge
beat
at it,
something
which
with low
helps us
accuracy.
bulk through its attacks and knock it out with our lead. That leaves Larry with just his Staraptor, which will be a problem because it knows Aerial Ace. The thing about Aerial Ace is that it makes contact. Fortress also knows a move that lowers speed, so we spam Rock Tomb while bulking through a series of Aerial Aces. And since I don't want to risk losing because a 90% accuracy move misses here, we go for the Bulldoze to finish off Staraptor. It feels so wrong to use a ground type move to do this, but hey, it works. After winning the battle, Larry treated us to some free food, then went back to work. Meanwhile, we made our way up the mountain towards the spooky town of Montenevera.
Now that's a unique way of describing it.
Well, there are a lot of ghost types up there. Speaking of which, I should probably wait by the entrance.
And here I was, hoping to show you a secret specialty of Montenevera.
Don't worry, I can hear the music all the way out here.
Ugh, that Rhyme really changed this town's reputation in just a few months. Before she took over as gym leader, the main attraction of Montenevera was actually its culinary scene.
That's the first I'm hearing of it.
Okay, maybe I added a bit too much marshmallow fluff to that last statement, but they do have a one-of-a-kind restaurant up here.
Ooh, a unique restaurant? Do they sell some kind of fancy hot soup?
Hot soup? Quite the opposite, actually. Cold fish.
That's the worst way to describe sushi.
Even the wax chef Kofu would get riled up at that comment.
Then why?
It's good to get a nice laugh once in a while, no? Besides, I'm not a big fan of seafood.
But you wanted to show me the restaurant anyways?
Yeah, the head chef there was a classmate of mine. So even though it isn't my cup of tea, I like to drop by the Sushi High Roller to support him.
The Sushi High Roller? That's not a unique restaurant. They got one of those in Medali too.
And Mesagoza. But the one in Montenevera has its own unique menu.
Seems like someone should update the wiki.
Like the berry?
No. Anyways, I'm not going into town. But if you do get a chance to order some takeout, I'd love to try some of your classmates' food.
I'll see what I can do. See you in a bit, Joey Bean.
She definitely has a mischievous side to her, and so does MC Sledge, who loves to narrate every single battle that goes down on stage. Here's how it went. Katie leads with low kicks in Spider-Man. She uses Silk Trap and Lunge to lower the Banet's stats, then takes it down with a Throat Chop and breaks Mimikyu's disguise. She then has her two bugs team up to take down the Mimikyu, and as soon as Rhyme terastalizes her Toxtricity, Low Kicks hits it with a Throat Chop, instantly ending its musical career. Poor Rhyme did manage to finish off Spidops, but that Low Kicks really likes to go for the throat, knocking out her final Pokemon and winning the battle with ease. And since she got the gym badge so quickly, Katie had some time to grab me some sushi to go. Good. After getting to eat so much yummy food in Cascarafa, Medali, and Montenevera, it was time for us to burn off some calories by climbing all the way up to Alfornata. And we also took part in Tulip's gym test, which was basically a group exercise class. And then it was time to fight the fashionable woman herself. We tried to lunge her Farafrig, but it set up a Reflect, which was a big problem since all of Katie's Pokemon are physical attackers. Here I thought this would be the easiest gym since we have a type advantage, but it looks like I really underestimated Tulip. I guess that's what I get for going into a gym with a whole 5 levels below the limit. So before doing a rematch battle, Katie and I went to train up a bit, taking on several Psychic type Raidans and some of the Team Star bosses. I don't talk about them in this video because they are not a required part of becoming champion. And now that we've properly leveled up, the rematch went a lot better, in part because the AI decided to go on the offensive instead of set up a Reflect with Tulip's lead. I've noticed this type of behavior change in previous runs too, where if you're too low a level, the game will go easy on you by using setup moves instead of attacking moves, but from my experience, they tend to make the battles a lot harder. Anyway, since Tulip didn't have the damage reduction benefits of Reflect anymore, the Gardevoir just couldn't bulk its way through our heavy slams, and even Espathra got picked off by Fortress. That left Tulip with just her ace. She tried to make up for her earlier mistake by finishing off poor Spidops, but we still had Ursaring ready to go, and with a single Fury Cutter, Katie won herself another gym badge. Now before we go to battle Grusha, we had to do the little sliding down the hill minigame, but in classic Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, I find yet another random glitch. For some reason at the start of the minigame, our Koraidon looked a little weird. Gamers, I give you the powdered sugar version of Koraidon, exclusive only to Katie's team, I think, although it turned back to normal right after the game. Anyways, Grusha was up next, and his Frostmoth could easily one-shot for Low Kicks, who's a bug that's weak to bugs, but
I heard about that glitch before. Sometimes Koraidon's color scheme glitches out. I think sometimes it could be the shiny variant.
But that's okay because now it could easily one-shot turn back to normal right after the game. Anyways, Grusha was up next, and his Frostmoth could easily one-shot for Low Kicks, who's a bug that's weak to bugs. But that's okay because now it's time for Fortress to shine, using Gyro Ball to obliterate Frostmoth, bulk through multiple Earthquakes from Beartic, and stall out the Tailwind. Spidops used its Silk Trap to slow down the Titan and chop away at its health with Brick Break, then Ursaring came in to finish it off with a Fury Cutter. Grusha's final Pokemon will be a huge problem since it knows Hurricane, but we got lucky during our rematch as it missed both of its attacks, and our third Fury Cutter was strong enough to strike out its remaining HP. Despite being asked to go easy on everyone by Geeta, I was pleasantly surprised to see Katie win every one of her gym battles. But since we now have all of the gym badges, it's time to get serious, which is what I should have nicknamed this Heracross. Anyways, we went for the usual flower spot, ate our Hicko sandwich, and battled a bunch of Chansey to level up. Also, is it just me, or are there a lot more Blissey spotting in this area after the DLC dropped? Could just be the Mandela effect, but I'm pretty pretty sure I haven't seen this many of them spawn at once. Our last order of business was to give Sirius a mirror herb, which apparently lets you learn an egg move without having to make an egg. Thank you for explaining this mechanic to me in the comments of the Clive video. There is nothing in the game to indicate the existence of this mechanic, and I would have completely missed it otherwise. And now that the team is fully leveled and complete, it was time to fight the Elite Four. Our first opponent was Rika and her ground-type Pokemon. Low kicks could spam enough lunges to knock out Whiscash and have enough leg muscle to run a whole marathon. But the whole leg muscles were not strong enough to take down the Camerupt in one fell swoop. What Low Kicks has for legs, Heracross has for arms, and it uses its Brick Break attack to take down the Camo and then slap away the Donphan. Spidops is out next to face off against Dugtrio, whose rock-type attacks just proved to be too much. Also, we flinched a really bad time, and then got knocked out by a Sandstorm. This must be karma for that win against Kofu. Anyways, Fortress finished off the moles, which left Rika with just her Clodsire. Both of our Pokemon could barely do any damage, so I had to sit there through several turns of us just slapping each other for 10 health until eventually Fortress got knocked out. When Ursaring came out, Rika decided to spam Protect, which is a good strategy if she had used Toxic first, but no, she was just randomly stalling for a few turns and then got knocked out. I don't know what the AI was trying to do there, but it failed. With one Elite Four out of the way, it was time to fight Poppy, the silly little child who uses Steel-type Pokemon, and considering most of Katie's team knows fighting and ground-type moves, this should also be an easy battle. Our tiny little Low Kicks two-shots the Caparaju with its Axe Kick, and then Sucker Punches the Corviknight. Out next is our bulky Fortress, who spams Rock Tomb to reduce the Steel Bird's speed, and then we end up committing what Splatoon players would call a trade. Magnezone tries to be funny by setting up a light screen, but we just smash it to pieces with our Brick Break. It then switches to attacking us with a Discharge, which does knock out Spidops, but the Magnezone is too weak to take on Heracross. This is a serious battle after all. Her next Pokemon is Bronzong, and that thing knows Zen Headbutt, so sadly, Heracross couldn't quite turn the tides here. Although it's not a problem for Ursaring. Now that thing, that's a problem. Not only does it nuke our HP with its Gigaton Hammer, it's faster and also lands a Stone Edge, meaning we lost to a 5-year-old. Of course, I do give these battles 2 attempts, but she got lucky and landed the Stone Edge both times, so Katie loses here. Now, I know some of you might say, well, if Poppy missed her Stone Edge, Katie could have hypothetically won, so to give the Sugar Bug the benefit of the doubt, I cheesed my way through the Poppy fight and tried to take on Larry. Now, the thing about Larry is that he uses flying types in the Elite Four team, and if you thought Poppy's Corviknight was a problem, you can only imagine how bad things went here. Needless to say, his Staraptor absolutely denied Katie any chance of victory both times. But I'm already here, so after shredding a ton of Parmigiano cheese like a top Olive Garden employee, I made it through the Larry fight and got to battle Hazel, only to lose yet again. Them dragons were just too strong, and even though at this point there's a 0% chance of Katie becoming champion, I figured I might as well see how she does against Geeta. After all, La Primera seems to have personally pressured Katie into going easy in her gym battles, and I'm starting to wonder if her sweet little trainer could have just said no and fought her off, or maybe she had to follow Geeta's orders because she lost their battle. We can easily one-shot her Spathra and Axe Kick the King Gambit. Her bulky Go-Goat might be a problem, so we skitter smack it around and lower its speed with our Silk Trap, and then finish it off with Heracross. Of course, when push comes to shove, we miss the Mega Horn and get slapped around with an Aqua Jet, so Fortress has to spam Bug Bite to finish off the fish. Unfortunately, that Avalugg is simply too bulky for our team of physical attackers, and even on the off chance that we do make it to the Glimora, her Rock-type Terrapulse would instantly finish us off. So, could Katie become champion in Paldea? Sadly, the answer is a blatant no. While she could collect all of the gym badges, the Elite Four and Geeta can easily overpower her Bug-type team.
Crumbs, I've gotten so used to going easy on everyone that I can't even go all out when it counts.
You seem a little salty.
As one would be. It's like being forced to following someone else's recipe, only to get complaints about the food being too salty or overcooked.
You got a good point. Your team definitely could have used at least one good special attacker like a Vespiquen or Rapska.
Or perhaps a Frostmoth.
I wouldn't have been of much help, even if I evolved. Frostmoth are just too slow and not bulky enough.
Then I suppose Frostmoth isn't the ingredient I need to make my team delectable.
Speaking of things we need, I kinda still need a way to visit the professor in Area Zero.
That might prove more difficult than making macaroons.
Yeah, I figured. But I really need to find a way to get down there.
I guess I could try filling out an application and see if they let us through, although I wouldn't get my hopes up. I hear even the CEO of Paldea Realty got rejected.
I think we'll be fine.
You two can go, as long as you promise to deliver this package. It's a bit urgent, and our hands are a little tied, so really counting on you for this one.
See?
My word. Do you think we can drop by the bakery on our way? I think I'd like to bring some sweets for this professor as well.
I guess we could. She'd probably appreciate it, but I don't think she deserves it.
Sounds like your relationship with her is quite sour.
You'll see once we get there. Now let's go.
Delivery for Professor Sada?
And here I was, worried this package would be late. Leave it to Paldea's top baker to get the timing just right.
Oh, you flatter me, Professor. And you haven't even tried these cupcakes I made for you.
What a splendid surprise. Say, would you like to come inside and join me for some tea?
It would be my pleasure. And besides, I've brought someone along who wants to meet you.
Perfect. Then come on in. So, who is this someone you mentioned?
That would be me.
A talking Pokemon? Oh my, Miss Katie, you truly deserve a 5-star review.
Talking Pokemon, eh? So you still don't remember me.
Why, I'd never forget someone as unique as yourself.
What about a talking Mareep or a Skiddo?
No. You are the first talking Pokemon I've ever met. Yet you seem to have met me before.
You, your time machine, the only one I haven't met is your assistant.
And here I thought the Paradox Pokemon in Paldea only came through my time machine.
I am technically here because of it too.
But you did not enter through it. Otherwise, my assistant would have you on record.
It's quite the long story.
It's got everything but the kitchen sink.
Now, Miss Katie, let him cook. And while he does, will the two of you follow me down through this elevator? We can finish our tea later.
So basically, you wanted me to report on the past, so you sent me through your time machine, but I got stuck in a storage closet, and then I made my way back to your lab with a new friend, and got sent back in time so I could get you even more data.
And what's the data you've gathered?
I am still stuck. Your time machine failed to bring me back, twice now.
I see. Has anything else about the past changed?
Well, both times it seemed like everyone forgot about me. You, Iono, Brassius.
It seems very unlikely for all three of us to simply forget.
Well, none of them recognized me. You didn't recognize me. And I've met you like 3 times by this point.
Interesting. Mind your step and allow me to explain. I believe I know why you get stuck in the past.
With just 2 data points?
It's enough to form a hypothesis, but not enough to confirm it, although my confidence is quite high.
Well then, spill the beans.
Have you ever heard of the Butterfree effect?
I have. It'll make your snacks healthier, but it tends to compromise their texture and flavor.
My apologies, Miss Katie, but I was referring to the Pokémon. I suppose since that species can't be found in Paldea, it might be more accurate to call it the Vivillon effect. In fact, I am a bit more biased towards that name. However, the wider scientific community has chosen the former as it is more globally recognizable.
Names aside, what does this have to do with me being stuck?
Well, simply put, if we were to take a Butterfree and send it to the past, then have it flap its wings once, the tiny changes in air currents...
Sorry for the silence.
TB.
I was doing something else.
That's fair.
could domino into each other and may even cause a hurricane in Hoenn.
Hoenn gets a lot of hurricanes anyways. How can we know if a random Butterfree made another one happen?
All things in the world follow the laws of cause and effect. By inserting a single flap of the wings, we would have added a new effect into the world, albeit a tiny one. However, even a small change in one minuscule variable in the formula of the world could lead to an entirely different outcome.
Well, I'm sorry to the people of Hoenn for Hurricane Vasco, I guess.
The hurricane is simply an example. According to your description, the time machine, which has never failed to retrieve an object from the past, has failed to retrieve you, which could only mean one thing.
Whoosh.
In a way, yes. To put it simply, your presence in the past makes it so that the time machine in the present no longer attempts to retrieve you. In a way, you're stopping a hurricane from happening. After all, we are here right now, and the machine does not contain your coordinates or any data on you whatsoever. If you hadn't waltzed through my door, I wouldn't have even known you existed, let alone try to use the time machine to pull you back.
Say, Professor, could I ask you a question?
Please.
Have you not tested for this Butterfree effect before? It seems like it would cause major trouble if it were real.
If I did not already have a trusty assistant, I'd hire you on the spot, dear. It was one of the first things we tested, and there has been no Butterfree effect observed. Not even when releasing a Pokemon from the present in the past. Until now.
So the recipe is the same, but the outcome is different. If you were to ask me, it may be because you were using a different ingredient?
What am I, a mung bean?
I think she's onto something. In fact, I now have a theory that I'd like to test out.
Oh, not this again. For the love of Arceus, can you do something other than put me in that time machine?
But if you refuse, that leaves me with only one other option, Katie.
Listen, she's gonna try to trick you into battling her, and then have you give her my Pokeball when you lose.
Ouch. You think I'm that bad of a trainer, huh?
Well, you did lose to a 5-year-old.
This sting's worse than hot karma. Perhaps I should battle her.
If your skills are half as good as your baking, I think this would be quite the fair match.
All right, then let's have ourselves a little cook-off.
Dang it, if only I didn't lose my cool. Zelda's first Pokemon looked a lot like a bug type, so Katie decided to go for Bounce, which happened to hit super effective and one-shot the Slitherwing. Screamtail got debuffed with Lunge, then Sucker Punched before it could finish off low kicks. Out next was Forretress, who was so bulky that Katie decided to be a bit mischievous. Instead of going for the knockout right away, she decided to power up her Forretress with Curse, which made it into an extremely slow but physically powerful wall. And then she finished up the fake Jigglypuff and prepared to sweep. Unfortunately, the professor followed up with a Fluttermane, who just used Mystical Fire to one-shot her fortified Tough Cookie. Heracross managed to finish off the Floating Menace with a Night Flash and a Stone Edge, but was too slow to stand up to the Sandy Shocks. Spidops was also too slow, which left us with Ursaring, who also missed its move and got knocked out with a Power Gem. And since we did lose the battle, I guess it's time for me to get lost in time yet again.
Not to worry, Mr. Snomsko. I'm confident you'll find your way back here again with another very important data point.
I'm so tired of these sick experiments you keep doing.
Ill as they may seem, they are for your sake. If you wish to get unstuck, we must determine why you're stuck here in the first place.
When cooking with a different ingredient, it may take a couple of tries to find out how to best bake with something new.
She is correct. And this time, there's a very specific thing that I want you to look out for.
Sure, I mean, it doesn't sound like I have any other choice.
From your description of the past, it seems that the other yous, which should have been there, were not. I do not believe you were simply forgotten. My suspicion is that the past you simply never met the trainers you knew, although I don't know why. So your task is to go and find yourself. Any one of the three will do.
Now that sounds like it could really mess up the timeline.
It seems like things get messed up either way, but if we can find at least one other you, that should help me better understand your situation and bring me a step closer to getting you back to when you were, as promised.
It's a good thing I remember exactly where I was each time, so it shouldn't be that hard.
Good. Now, let's begin.
Wait.
Yes, Miss Katie?
I just wanted to say goodbye, and also to apologize for acting like I was upset.
If anything, I was going to apologize for hurting your feelings. I kinda panicked and got my words all mixed up. Wait a second, acting?
You and the professor don't mix well together, like baking soda and vinegar. But I can tell she's trying to help, so I figured I'd go along with whatever course she has planned. You might not like the first few plates, but I think the dessert will be quite delectable.
Well, in that case, thank you for looking out for me. And if the dessert isn't any good, I'll come bug you at the patisserie.
And I'll be sure to make you the best dessert you've ever had.
It's a deal. Well then, I guess I'm ready to go. Meh. I know he's supposed to be me, but I can't shake this strong feeling of envy. How come I got completely ignored by Iono, while he got to travel with someone as sweet as Katie?
Wait, what? What in the world?
I always forget to make one of these at the end of the video, but hi, thank you for watching this episode. If you're new to this series, be sure to check out this playlist which contains all of the previous episodes. The newer episodes are gonna be there. It's nice and organized so you can kind of see the whole story in order. And if you are really enjoying this series and can help out a little, please consider supporting me on Patreon or as a YouTube member. Even a 1-month subscription helps out a lot. In the meantime, I am starting to think about other options, like maybe doing merch. Would you guys be interested in merch? Do let me know in the comments below. Anyways, I'm gonna go work on the next episode now. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you soon.
Okay. Okay, before we officially get into the challenge, there is one little There's one little extra video that was posted 10 days ago. Time travel isn't cool. Paladin Kurt's story teaser.
How many times has it been now? The memories, they all blend together. Hatred, fear, envy, they tug at me around every corner. Did I not already travel with Iono? Why doesn't she remember me? Why do I feel so empty inside? It's all that professor's fault. I never should have let her put me in that time machine. What sick experiment is this? I just want to go home. How dare she do this to me?
Nothing good can come from those tainted by that tortoise.
Huh? And now I'm hearing voices.
I am no mere voice. My name is Tao Wu Jianbao, one born of hatred, and unfortunately sealed on this cursed continent.
Aha.
When one was sealed all those centuries ago, the ancient humans impaled the ground with powerful stakes. One did not understand their properties, but over time, one began to comprehend their functions. They subdued our powers and prevent our escape.
So, what can I do for you, Mr. Talking Voice?
After seeing you for what you are, the tortoise drew upon the power of the sealing stakes and placed some of our cursed energy into your soul.
No wonder Tulip couldn't bring me back.
It should have flooded your mind with negative emotions. However, you've managed to dilute and endure it. But most importantly, despite not being human, you've managed to expel the stakes which sealed the curses within you.
I don't think I've done anything like that.
One would never confuse that sound for another.
So that's the strange noise I hear every time.
Precisely. And by removing those stakes from thyself, you've reduced the power of our seals.
And that's why I can hear your voice.
One is elated that you are not a complete fool.
I'll take that as a compliment. So, what exactly does one want from me again?
With the sealing stakes removed from thy soul, the cursed power implanted within can also be extracted. And with it, one can finally break free.
Are we doing the run or not?
Yeah, after this.
Sounds like you can remove the curse then.
One can only retrieve the power of hatred. To be relieved of the others, you must visit the remaining treasures of ruin.
Well, that's more of a solution than the professor could ever offer. So what now?
You must come to where my body is sealed. I shall do my best to guide you.
A plot thicket. We might find out more in the upcoming Can Tulip become champion.
How many times has it been now?
Okay. Okay. Whew. With that all done, let's finally begin the... Let's finally start... Begin endgame. Okay. There's my... Oh. Ah, God damn it. God damn it. Hang on, use an escape rope real quick. I'm lost. No, I did not mean to use that. There we go. Oh, come on! The other one reset too? Wrap it down. Ah. I see you. Nice. The sea lion Pokemon, covered with light blue fur, its hide is thick and tough. It is active in bitter cold of minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Light blue? I thought it was white. Oh, crap. It's actually here. There we go. Sorry. Really? Articuno. The freeze Pokemon, one of the legendary bird Pokemon, with its long tail trailing behind its flying form. Its flying form is magnificent. Oh, wait, no. Where's Dugong? Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Just in case. Alright, Teddy. It's go time. We're at a very nice level right now. Youch! Whiplash! Oh, no pickup. I'm... Five Pokémon. Thank you for not getting points appointed. Really? Thank you for not getting points appointed. Why do you have 2 Sand Slash? And Rhyhorn, a rock type. Oh, right. You're a cool trainer, so you have potions. It's fine. I was beaten? Have I been defeated? Oh! There's level 70. Lovely stats! My hell died. Oh, leftovers. Well, let me go and sell some crap. First, so I need these stones for anything. Water stone, 2 thunder stones, and 2 fire stones. Oh, that's Spearberry. Nice. I'll take that for Lorelei. I can take that as a safety net. As a safety measure for Lorelei. Can't sell the moonstone. Mouse is blocking me. I think that should be good. Oop. Yugi. Hi, Pokemon. Oh. Rush it is. Blah. Thank you for the crit. Onyx. You're the second gravel. Man, this guy would fit right in Brock's gym. Considering his gym trainer has a fucking sand shrew. Right on. Rock type, so fresh. You are in perfect harmony. Really? Nothing from pickup? Level 71. There's... I know.
Obsidian Changeling.
QOTS, what level do you think we will finish at?
Okay. Pick up. Yes. Oh, it's a fucking spell on berry. That's useless! Ah, fuck. All right. All right. Please hold while we get our cinematics. Whew. Oh wait, crap. Just give me the fucking bike. Look, barely. There it is, Max Ether. Oh my god.
TV.
I'm searching for Poplio and Chikorita in the DLC.
Ah, cool. Anyways, what level do you think I'm at? I'm at level 72 right now. And I'm not planning on fighting any other trainers unless I absolutely have to. Primate, the pig monkey Pokemon. It is always outrageously furious. If it gives chase, it will tenaciously track the target, no matter how far. Spearberry. Might as well get ourselves a Steelix. So wait, what the fuck am I doing? Okay, yeah, it's that rock. No. Oh, yeah. Can we learn Dragon Claw? No. Okay, no. Where the fuck is Arbok? Storm. React. I have these fucking max repels. Why am I not fucking using them? Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, we didn't actually. Oh, sweet! I just have to go off. Just have to go off. Oh, sweet! That was enough to respawn it. Awesome. Ooh. Wait, it's that up there. Well, I guess we'll be reacting to. Well, I guess we'll be looking at. Well, I guess we'll be looking at Tulip becoming champion some other time. Put on it. I'm gonna put on. There it is. There it is. An Aspire Berry, just in case. Just in case we get frozen. And save. Here's our stats. There's our stats at level 72. Make your final guesses if we can win this or not. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Man, let's do it. Good gravy, one moment. I have no clue what happened. Everything just fucking croaked. Alright, here we go. And this is why we make save states. My computer might as well have fucking crashed. Anyways.
seconds.
TB,
Welcome to the stream.
TB,
Congratulations.
TB,
I knew it would be possible.
TB,
I would have never have guessed level 79 though.
With that victory under our belt, we have completed yet another Kanto playthrough. Not sure. I don't really remember what's next on my list. But I'm pretty sure you should be looking forward to that in 5 weeks' time. Next week will be Team Skull in Pokemon Soul Silver. And normally next would be the next time you see me would actually be on Wednesday for some more Pokemon Flora Sky. Johnny also plays. However, tomorrow is Christmas Eve. So perhaps I should give you guys a little Christmas gift. Well, you'll just have to wait until tomorrow to find out. Sayonara. God, I keep forgetting that there's no fade out. And also, in case you're wondering what my personal prediction was, under level 80. That's why I was trying really hard to not exceed that. Alright, now, sayonara.